Welcome, guys. Welcome back to this channel. And today, what we are going to do is we are going to see the simple comparison between AWS DevOps and the Azure DevOps. So many of the students and the candidate they ask me which one should I choose. I mean, if I want to start my career or if I want to migrate or transit my career from non-IT to IT in DevOps. DevOps is a really a hot cake nowadays. So which one should I go with? I mean, there are many other areas also, like development things are there, then the cloud engineer things are there, but DevOps is more like um, a most happening career choice nowadays in the IT. But there are two major players in that. There are three, but actually there are two. One is AWS and one is Azure DevOps. So which one should we go with? You know, um, see, the first thing is both are good. If you compare apple to apple comparison, AWS is older and very matured, and definitely it's a bit faster as compared to Azure. But Azure comes from the family of development people like Microsoft. So Microsoft is the world leader in the software development. So from that perspective, yes, if Microsoft Azure is growing, definitely it's growing. So better you should be in a growing side, I mean, rather than the stable side. But AWS, the difference between AWS and Azure is quite a far. I mean, if you compare the number of services is more than 200 plus, and there are 15 to 20 regions out there. So if you compare it, let's go to this one, the stacks. In this stack, if you see, AWS DevOps is more, I would say, more organized, well experienced, and little bit fancy. Because the important thing to understand here is you are working not only for IT companies, right? Even though you work for a big MNC, which they are claiming the IT companies, but ultimately their clients are not IT. Their clients may be from different, um, so different background like petroleum, retail, finance, those things. So for them, whether you use Azure or whether you use AWS, it doesn't matter. But when it comes to the pricing and the the power, basically the availability zone and the number of services they are offering, that makes a lot of difference sometimes. And that from that perspective, AWS is clear winner. But yes, Azure is also coming in a big way. Many companies who started their journey with the AWS, for example, many big companies. I don't want to name the company, but there are many big companies. They started their cloud journey, IT companies, in somewhere in 2004, 5, 6, 7, 2006, 7. At that time, it was only Azure. Oh, sorry, AWS. So they are matured enough, and then they want to avail new services, new customers, new horizons. So that's why they moved to the Azure and the GCP as well. But GCP is not in that in terms of DevOps. It's, I mean, the services are there, but very few companies are adopting. So you know and second thing is that being older in AWS, they have a huge user base, and because of the user base, if you have any issue, it will get sorted immediately, because say you go to the Google and you will find a lot of things. So if you want to start, so here the second slide is something like market share. Definitely, it's a 33%, a huge share from Amazon Web Services, and then second is Azure, and the third one is Google Cloud, is which is 8%. But Google is also coming in the big way, and Azure is also coming. But still, there's a difference. So the billion-dollar question is, where should I start? The answer lies in one simple sentence: is have a knowledge, a PhD level knowledge of one service like AWS, and BTech level knowledge and on any other services like Azure. So you select Azure or AWS. Most probably AWS would be the good choice. And then once you're done with the AWS, better you use Azure, Microsoft Azure as a backup. Means you don't need to be very highly expert in that in this area, but you should know what is what, and that's the key. Many people who are with I help many people to crack their interviews. We train many people on DevOps and big data. So don't stick to any one single platform. Yes, you need to be expert in one platform, but you know at least 30-40% or 20-30% knowledge of other platform is must. So that's it from my side right now. I mean, I thought it's just talk to you regarding because I have seen. I mean, many people called me and they were asking, which DevOps service or which cloud DevOps should I go with? And the answer is go with AWS, but along with that, have a knowledge of Azure. Or if you want to go with Azure, you can go with Azure. It depends on sometime if you have a better, background of development background, any other background, then you should go with the Azure, and then go have a knowledge of AWS. But if you are totally new to IT, the thumb rule is go with the most big player. The one of the biggest player is AWS Web Services, Amazon Web Services. So that's it, guys, from my side. And if you're interested in any of the training, means big data, AWS on big data, AWS DevOps, AWS Cloud Engineer, AWS Cloud Architect. These are the very, very hot courses. And we not only teach the people, we not only do the tech training, but we also help them to crack the interviews and be connected. Because the reason I'm saying is, even though you should crack the interview, you join the class, you join the company, but after that, you need some help. Without network, you are you will be in deep trouble. Okay, guys, thank you, and thanks for watching this video. I'll come up with some of the new videos in my AWS crash course and Azure crash course also. If you want to join course, call me and shoot me an email, or you can contact me on this WhatsApp number 9620 635 166. Thank you.